Welcome, sports fans. It's GISA State Championship Football brought to you by DPL Sports. Tonight, we're in Statesboro, Georgia, where the Bulloch Academy Gators are getting ready to take on the Warriors from Southwest Georgia Academy. And Andy, the AA championship is on the line.
Oh, absolutely, Craig. We have just the great makings here of a fine championship game here tonight between Bulloch Academy and Southwest Georgia Academy from Damascus, Georgia. Each team has great quarterbacks. Ashley Lee for Bulloch Academy, Brandon Lovering for Southwest Georgia Academy. Each team is solid on defense, Craig, but I think it's going to come down to the running game. Which team can control the clock? That's going to be a key here tonight. And, of course, each one of these teams also has great tailbacks. I'm talking about Daniel Aiken from Bulloch Academy, 1,424 yards and 18 touchdowns on the season. And you look over on the other side and you see Josh Cowart with his 1,757 yards and 19 touchdowns. So which team can get the most out of the running game, I think, is going to win state championship here tonight.
Both these teams come in with playoff experience. It should be a good one. Stick around, we'll have it for you in just a moment. Well, the air has been thick in Bulloch County with anticipation, and we're about to be underway. The state championship game, back to receive our Aiken, who has it go off of him, picked up by number 25, Stacy Olive. Knocked down at the 24. The Gators will be in business, 1st and 10.
Yes, Craig, it's just a beautiful night for high school football here in Statesboro, Georgia. The Bulloch Academy Gators and the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors from Damascus, Georgia in here tonight, playing for the GISA Class AA State Championship. And Coach David Shields from Bulloch Academy has been saying all week, Craig, this is a very evenly matched contest, and I think we're going to have just a great game here tonight.
Well, I hope so, Andy. A lot of folks are out here tonight, not only fans of these two schools, just a lot of football fans who turned aside for this one. 1st and 10, I formation. Lee gonna fake it, try to get around the end. Wrapped up in a hurry. Number 46, Cooper Reese, got him for a loss of 4. Back to the 19.
And Craig, let's go ahead and set our starting lineups for Bulloch Academy as they go with a no-huddle offense, so we'll have to wait. The Southwest Georgia not ready on defense. The Gators at the line of scrimmage.
They have an unbalanced line to the left side. Do the Gators. They go to Aiken at tailback. He's got a hole, and he broke it. Daniel Aiken is across the 50 to the 40. Nobody's going to get him, Andy. He is gone. Touchdown, Bulloch Academy on the second play from scrimmage, 81 yards.
And Craig, Bulloch Academy just got caught Southwest Georgia in total disarray and confusion that time as they cut to the line of scrimmage with a no-huddle offense, and Southwest Georgia did not get lined up, and the Gators, with Daniel Aiken going 76 yards, take the early lead on the second play from scrimmage.
On to attempt the extra point for the Gators, number 2, Houston Madsen. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Madsen stuck it right through the uprights, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Gators. 11-14 to go in the first quarter as they score on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, it's just important in any contest to score early, and Bulloch Academy, as you said, on the second play of the game, hits pay dirt, the unbalanced line that time, and catches the defense off guard, breaks the big play. And we talked about in the onset about controlling the game with the running attack. Both these teams have outstanding running games, and both these teams also have big play capabilities, as we saw there with Daniel Aiken. And as this game goes along, we're going to see some guys on both teams capable of making those kind of plays. Ashley Lee, the quarterback for Bulloch Academy, has thrown for 1,000 yards and rushed for 851 coming in here tonight. And over on the other side for Southwest Georgia, we mentioned Josh Cowart and his nearly 1,800 yards, but Brandon Lovering, the quarterback, one of the top passers in the GISA. And we'll get to see him work right here as the Gators are set to kick this off after the long run by Aiken.
Madsen gonna kick it deep to receive for South Georgia in the middle. Number 10, Adam Hutchins. The kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. He really got his foot into that one, Andy. You don't see many touchbacks in high school football.
Well, that's right. And the PA announcer said Madsen kicked it a mile. And I'll tell you what, he boomed that one. And, of course, in high school football, once the ball goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. You cannot run kicks out of the end zone at the high school level. So the Warriors and quarterback Brandon Lovren will take over at the 20-yard line.
The Warriors come up to the ball. They're in the pro set. They send 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. I formation in the backfield. Lovren going to take it, give it to the tailback. Nowhere to go over the left side. Going to be stopped for no gain on the play. And it was Cowart, number 30.
Josh Cowart on the carry.
Starting lineup for Southwest Georgia. Of course, Lovren is your quarterback. Your fullback, number 22, Cole McNair, 30.
No gain on the play.
The tailback, Josh Cowart. He's a senior. Split end, number 80, Travis Stevens. The flankers, number 31, Will Walker, the leading receiver on this team. Tight end, 67, Mike Heyman. Left tackle, 65, Stuart Brooks. Left guard, 35, Luke Usry. Center, number 63, Jay Hawthorne. 75, Pierce Cannington is your right guard. Number 70, Kyle Smith is the right tackle.
Play action pass. Lovren gonna run it now. He's got a little bit of room. He's across the 25 to the 27 before he's dragged down. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Defensively for the Bulloch Academy Gators. Up front on the defensive line, number 34, Wilson Burns. Number 72, Jared Sapp. Number 55, Jonathan Logan. 65, Chris Deal. And 15, Spy Gibson. Your linebackers, number 12, Tyler Akins, who's the leading tackler on this team. 33, Blake Deal. 25, Stacy Olive, your secondary. 19, Lou Sisson. Number 10, Daniel Aiken. Number 5, Scott Crown.
On 3rd down and 3 yards to go, they go with the fullback, and he's going to get across the 30-yard line and get the 1st down. Number 22, Cole McNair, the junior fullback, picked up the 1st down. And Andy, it's very important if you're the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors, reel off a few 1st downs here in answer to that touchdown by Bulloch Academy on the 1st possession.
Oh, absolutely. You want to at least pick up a few 1st downs. The score would be even nicer and tie this game up, but that's right. He kind of got shocked right there with that quick score from Bulloch Academy, and they do pick up a 1st down, and they have it out to the 31-yard line.
They go to Cowart, the tailback. He breaks it outside over the left. Going to be ahead for a gain of 4. He's up to the 35, maybe just across it. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go.
Stopped by Sisson. Akins with help from Johnson.
Boy, back to the touchdown, Andy. We've been busy since then, haven't had a lot of time to talk about it. It was an unbalanced line to the left, but not a real fancy play, just a lead play. But once Aiken broke it, he turned on the speed, and no one could catch him.
Absolutely, and I think the key thing was Bulloch Academy just catching them off guard. They're not lined up defensively when Bulloch Academy came to the line of scrimmage, and that's why the big play from Aikens occurred.
Fullback trap goes nowhere that time, gain of maybe a half a yard.
Just knocked him down for about a yard.
Looked like Jonathan Logan, first man to hit him for the Gators. 3rd down, we'll call it a long 5 yards to go.
For the defense.
For Southwest Georgia facing a big 3rd down here, Craig. Champions in Region 3 AA. And now the Bulloch Academy Gators, champions of Region 2 AA. So 2 region champions making it to the state finals.
Lovren back to pass. Receiver slipped down. Now he's got to buy himself some time. He's under pressure. Got a man over the middle, knocked down.
Lovering's pass was knocked down.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. And left
Sam Johnson, number 56, got a hand on it. Good job by Lovren to buy himself some time, but he couldn't get the completion.
That's right, pretty good coverage downfield by the Bulloch Academy secondary. So the Warriors, after getting 1 1st down, now forced to punt.
Daniel Aiken and Stacey Olive back deep for the Gators.
In to do the punting
Johnson in punt formation.
for Southwest Georgia Academy is Johnson. Deep to receive, Olive and Aiken for the Gators. It looks like it'll be Olive. He takes it at about the 30. Changes field, and he's got a wall set up. Look at the room for Olive. He's down the near sideline. He could go all the way. One man might catch him. No. Touchdown, Stacy Olive, and the Gators have struck again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Craig, that was just perfect execution on a punt return by the Bulloch Academy Gators. As you call it, they set up a wall along the hash mark here on the home side. And Olive, once he got to the corner, picked up several nice blocks. The punter, Johnson, the only one who had a shot at him, and once he missed him at about the 30, it was all she wrote. And with 7:50 remaining here in the 1st quarter, Bulloch Academy is ahead 13-0.
Andy, this is so reminiscent of when Bulloch Academy played Pinewood earlier in this season. And after the extra point, I'll tell you a little bit about that one. Number 2, Madsen sticks it through the uprights again. It's 14-0 in favor of Bulloch Academy. In that game, we mentioned Pinewood had a long touchdown pass and 2 punt returns, and they were ahead 21-0 before the first quarter was over. And it just looked like it was all Pinewood. Well, if all the Gator fans know that Bulloch Academy came back and won that football game, so this one's a long way from over, even though the Gators have jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead.
Oh, absolutely. Still lots of time left, but Bulloch Academy right now with the big plays. And you got to think Southwest Georgia Academy in shock right now. Coming in here, as we mentioned earlier, the region champions in their region, and they advanced to the finals after a 9-3 regular season. In the first round, they had a bye, of course, in the first round by being the region champions, and then in the quarterfinals, Southwest Georgia knocked off Edmund Burke 29-18, and last week in the semis defeated Trinity Christian 35-13, while the Gators beat Westwood in the quarterfinals.
Cowart took the kickoff near the 5-yard line. Got up to the 17-yard line where the Warriors will have it 1st and 10.
I mentioned Bulloch Academy with that win in the quarterfinals, defeated Westwood 33-28. And last week in the semifinals, a team that we are very familiar with, Terrell Academy, the Gators knocked them off 14-8 here in Statesboro to get to the championship round.
1st and 10, Warriors. Lovering comes out over center. Back to pass. Going to throw it out in the flats. Incomplete, just off the hands. That time of number 80, Travis Stevens. Second down and 10.
Well, I'll tell you, 33, Blake Deal, sophomore, was right in Lovering's face that time, and he just got that one off.
Blake Deal blitzing from his linebacker spot.
Yes, he's a sophomore. And we've heard so much about Tyler Akins, who comes in here tonight with 154 tackles, but Blake Deal, the sophomore, got to keep your eye on number 33. He's going to have an outstanding future here at Bulloch Academy as well.
Lovering again back. This time it's a draw to Cowart, and the Gator defense is just all over it. Andy, they're sending everybody up the middle. 8 players are in the box to stop the run. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 yards to go. He lost one.
Yeah, so in Bulloch Academy, as you said, with eight people in the box, and now here on 3rd down, of course, you feel like they'll spread it out their defense a little bit. Of course, Lovering, an outstanding passer, coming in here tonight, 1,345 yards and 14 touchdowns.
I'll tell you what, they're going to have to find a way to get the passing offense going to slow down that surge from the. They're putting 8 people up there and sending them. You've got to do something to stop that. Trying to see what's happening here. A charge timeout to Bulloch Academy, although they did not request a timeout. I'm not sure why it was charged to them.
Yeah, the referee made some sort of a signal and then gave the timeout signal towards Bulloch Academy. To be honest with you, I'm not sure why.
Let's get up for our defense now.
Yeah, I think, Andy, and I've seen this before, there's a box on the sideline and the players can't be in front of that box. I believe they were too close to the sideline that time and may have already had one warning. Usually you get one.
Right.
3rd down, 11 yards to go. Lovering back to pass. Has time. Tries to throw it over the middle, and Akins knocked it down.
Tyler Akins, and our Gators have held again. What hit for that defense?
I'll tell you, Bulloch Academy looking strong right now with a 2-touchdown lead. And they have just forced Southwest Georgia Academy into a 3-and-out situation, and now it's time to punt.
Andy, they're doing things right.
They are.
They're doing things right.
They're executing. Everything is just falling into place for the Gators, and Southwest Georgia we just want to keep this one out of bounds after what happened to them last time.
Another very good punt by Johnson. This one's going to turn over a spiral, crosses the 50 to the 48 of Bulloch Academy. An excellent punt that time. About 38 yards, no return.
Bulloch Academy, of course, has only run 2 plays on offense, so we'll quickly give you their offensive lineup.
Bulloch Academy
Quarterback is number 10, Ashley Lee. Fullback number 22, Chris Freeze. Tailback number 10, Daniel Aiken. Split end number 19, Lou Sisson. 25 is the flanker, that's Stacy Olive. Tight ends number 15, Spy Gibson. Your left tackle number 75, Reed Connell. Left guard number 59, Mark Keel. Center number 72, Jared Sapp. The right guard is number 44, Cole Hendricks. And your right tackle number 70, Jonathan Fadden.
They come right off the sideline to the line of scrimmage, and they go with Aiken over the right side.
There goes
Daniel Aiken ahead for a gain of 6. It will be 2nd down and 4 as he crossed the 50 into Warrior territory at the 47.
He got 6 in his second 4.
And once again, Bulloch Academy, Craig, coming with that no-huddle offense.
And they go with the lead player of the left side. Aiken breaks it outside.
Daniel Aiken on the carry.
Going to be hit by number 31, Will Walker. Maybe a half a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
He's going to be up close to first down. They're going to mark him about 2 yards shy. 3rd down. Let's get up for the offense.
And again, no huddle. 3rd down. A long 1 yard to go. Aiken gets the call. Finds a little bit of room. Leans forward. I believe he's going to have it.
He is very, very close, Craig. Let's see where the mark is.
On the stop again, and there's an official timeout.
Whitehead officials looking at it, and he's going to bring in the chains.
Official timeout for a measurement. Now I want to step back a little bit and talk about the punt return. We didn't get to really analyze that one either. Stacey Olive took that ball at the 29-yard line and actually reversed his field because the wall was being set up on the near sideline, and you called it, Andy. Just a perfect execution of a punt return by the Gators.
Absolutely. They had their guys set up along the hash mark. There, once Olive got to the corner, he just picked up those blockers and had room to run. The punter, the only guy who had a chance at him, missed him at the 30. And that was it. And the Gators did pick up the first down, and quickly they come up to the line of scrimmage. And once again, in this unbalanced set, Craig, no wide receivers.
Unbalanced to the left side. Aiken once again has a hole.
Yeah, this is going to come back, Craig. I believe we've got a holding penalty at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you see the umpire throw the flag at the line of scrimmage, that's what it is 9 times out of 10.
And let's strike a possible penalty.
It is holding against the Gators. Will Walker made the tackle. This one will come back. Andy, you mentioned they haven't really gotten out of that unbalanced line and the I formation, but so far the Warriors unable to stop them. So you may not see them change and do much different until they have to.
Absolutely. They got 3 guys to one side of the center, 4 to the other. It's like you have a tight end on one side, then you have the unbalanced on the other side. Usually in an unbalanced situations, it's 4 on one side and 2 on the other. So this is sort of a unique look here that the Gators have.
This time unbalanced is going to be to the right side. First down, 21 yards to go after the penalty. Toss sweep to Aiken, trying to get him outside. Grab that time. Just after he crossed the line of scrimmage, gain of maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 19.
Second down, about 21.
Southwest Georgia getting after it now on defense and maybe starting to figure out this unbalanced set. And we mentioned this at the first touchdown. A lot of times it's just a matter of getting lined up right. And once you do that and kind of figure out what the other team's doing, then you have a better chance to be successful in stopping their offense.
And now 8 men in the box for Southwest Georgia. Lee trying to get outside on the bootleg. Going to be grabbed from behind and pulled down. I believe it was Mike Heyman, number 67, who got him first.
A loss of Warriors in on the tackle, including number 10 in there, Adam Hutchins. But as you called it, Southwest Georgia, 8 men in the box. They blitzed their linebackers, and Ashley Lee had nowhere to go. And now it's 3rd and forever for Bulloch Academy.
Well, that's right, 3rd and about a quarter mile. And Andy, a pretty good play to have called against that. Lee just, a bootleg, but Lee was unable to get outside of the containment. Might have had some room had he been able to do so, but a good defensive play by the Warriors.
Now the Gators, Coach David Shields taking a timeout. And Greg got to mention the coaching staff here at Bulloch Academy. You got to give them a lot of credit for their success. David Shields, a former assistant at Georgia Southern, and he's a similar one to, if not the best, coaching staff in the GISA. We got Tommy Kane to come over from Trinity Christian. Also Paul Drake on the coaching staff at Bulloch Academy, and the former Georgia Southern Eagles, Maurice Bean, Hal Carter, Kenny Robinson, and Roderick Russell. Also Connie Brown. So this is just a great coaching staff that David Shields has assembled here at Bulloch Academy. And it's paid off. They won the state championship a year ago in Class A. Moved up to AA this year, and playing here tonight for the league championship, 12-1 on the season. So things going quite well at Gator Alley in Statesboro.
Third down, 26 yards to go for Bulloch Academy. Lee back to pass. Being pressured, and now he gets away. Ashley Lee trying to make something out of nothing here. Finally going to be grabbed and thrown out of bounds. Loss of about 6. Adam Hutchins got him. Fourth down. And now a little bit better than a quarter of a mile. They'll have to punt it.
Southwest Georgia desperately needed a defensive stand that time, and they got it. Bulloch Academy went nowhere but backwards. Of course, the holding penalty hurt, but got some good pressure on Ashley Lee. And now it's time to punt. Daniel Aiken gets away. Some contact, but no call.
Punt is fielded near the 22-yard line. It was number 31, Will Walker. He returns it for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, and Stacy Olive rode him out of bounds. And the Warriors will have it 1st and 10. And here, Andy, after your defense did such a good job for you, is where you need to get something done offensively.
That's
if you're
right.
the Warriors.
Yeah, you're down 14-0 with 3:24 left in the first period, and that's right. You want to try to get some points on the board now. Your defense did its job, and now it's time for the offense to get going if you're Southwest Georgia. On that punt that time, Aiken looked at the official like, where's the flag? And what Aiken has to remember is when you get hit or you feel the contact, to go ahead and fall down, he might would have got the call.
Toss sweep to Cowart, and he breaks it out. Gain of 12. Looks like number 19, Lou Sisson, got him by the ankle, or he may have been gone.
That's Cowart, the big weapon in this Southwest Georgia Academy offense. 158-pound senior. We mentioned 1,757 yards and 19 touchdowns here in 1998. Picks up 11 and the first down for the Warriors.
First and 10 up at the 41. Again, they go with Cowart. Lead play over the right side. Hit by Akins, Deal.
Also Jared Sapp in there.
Gain of maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8 yards. Ball's resting at the 44. Just a great night for football. Maybe even a little bit warm, especially for December. But the crowd really enjoying it. Toss sweep left side. Cowart got a little bit of room. Going to have about 3 yards before he's knocked down over near the far sideline. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 47. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Craig, it is just a great night for football. The only thing that would make it more of a perfect night is that we had the Drifters here singing for us because, hey, we're up on the roof.
We are up on the roof about as high as we've been, with the exception of Calvary Baptist down in Savannah. This is about as high up as we've been. We've covered a lot of football.
We're literally sitting on the roof tonight.
Breaking into the backfield on 3rd down and 4. 56, Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson, the sophomore, just came through almost untouched to grab the fullback for a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th and 6.
And the Warriors trying to run off to the short side, and Bulloch Academy just all over that play. And once again, the Warriors forced to punt, the 3rd punt here in the 1st quarter.
Back deep for the Gators, 10 Aiken and 25.
Ron Johnson, the punter for the Warriors, probably getting more 1st quarter work tonight than he has all year.
Bulloch Academy trying to set up the return, but Southwest Georgia says, no, we're going to kick this ball out of bounds. Some more punt returns here, but not a very long kick. About 20 yards is all.
Yards on the punt, and the Gators
it will be 1st and 10 at the 36 for Bulloch Academy. And we'll see, Andy, now if they mix things up a little bit. The last drive, they started off with a first down, then a penalty hurt them and couldn't seem to recover from that. We'll see if they get out of that unbalanced line, maybe do things a little bit differently here.
Craig, let's mention the crew real quick. We are DPL Sports, Craig Lanier, Andy Calloway, and Dan Mauser, the heart and soul of DPL Sports, along with Jeffrey Williams, the fearsome foursome here tonight. And add to that Robbie Dollar on the sidelines. We are certainly glad to be here with this video production of the GISA Class AA State Championship for the, I believe, 5th consecutive year now.
That's right. 1st and 10, Gators. They go to the tailback, Aiken. He tries to find some room to the outside. Going to fight forward for a gain of maybe 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Andy, you mentioned the 5th year in a row. We went all the way down to Dawsonville 3 years in a row to cover Terrell Academy, and they were just such a powerhouse. 3 state championships and played in the state championship game last year over at Pinewood Christian Academy.
And I'll tell you, 3 of those 4 previous games were just great contests. The first one with David Emanuel, then one with Briarwood. And of course, last year, they lost to Pinewood. What a great game.
Ashley Lee on the option, decides to keep it, turn it inside. Got away from one man in the backfield. Going to pick up about 6 yards. It will be 3rd down and a short 3.
And that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter as we're down to 7 seconds. The clock is running.
And the 12th man needs to stand up for this offense.
Time does expire here in the first quarter, and it was all Bulloch Academy. 14-0 is the score at the end of 1. We'll be back. As we begin the second quarter of play, Bulloch Academy faces a 3rd down. We'll call it 2-yard situation. The ball is resting at their own 43. Unbalanced line to the left. I formation in the backfield. Lee going to take it, give it to the fullback on kind of a delayed trap. That was an odd-looking play that time, Andy. I believe they're short of the 1st down.
That's right. Freeze banging straight ahead, and he's going to be about a half a yard short of the 1st down, maybe a yard. Official's going to look at it, but I believe he's a little bit short, Craig.
He got closer than I initially thought he did. They're going to bring the chains in and look at it. It almost looked like Ashley Lee was going to keep it. Then all of a sudden he gave it to the fullback. 1st down.
And it's the Gator 1st down by the nose of the football.
Well, so much for my eyes. I thought he was a good half yard short from up here on the roof, but obviously not, and 1st down for the Bulloch Academy Gators.
They come right back up to the line of scrimmage, unbalanced this time to the near side. And they go to Aiken once again. He's going to be ahead for a gain of 2, maybe 2.5. There's some pretty good hitting going on along that line of scrimmage, Andy.
Yeah, a lot of pounding down there in the trenches. Bulloch Academy, of course, with a little bit of a size advantage up there on their offensive line. You look at their left guard and the 59 mark, I should say left tackle, 75 Reed Connell at 275, and right tackle 70 Jonathan Fadden at 285, and your center Jared Sapp at 260. So Bulloch Academy with some good size on their line.
Lee going to keep it. Fakes it in the middle, goes around the end. Going to be hit near midfield. It'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go as he got to the 49 of the Warriors.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.5.
Ashley Lee, of course, he's had an outstanding year at Bulloch Academy. He's already thrown for 1,000 yards and 851 rushing. So with a big night tonight, he could have over 1,000 in both categories. He's actually ran for 18 touchdowns here in this season, thrown for 7. So the threat as a passer and a runner is number 9, Ashley Lee, the junior quarterback for the Gators.
They come on the blitz. Lee throws over the middle, and it's complete.
He just completed that.
What a catch by Olive. He went down on his knees to make the catch, and he has the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
That's right. Lee just rifled it, passed in there, a little bit of a quick pass, and Olive on his knees made sure of the catch. He knew how many yards he had to get. He got that +1. Another first down for the Gators.
Bulloch Academy on the move. They lead 14-0. We're at 10 minutes in the second quarter. Unbalanced line to the right. They go to Aiken in that direction. He breaks one tackle, and he moves ahead to the 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 2.
I'll tell you what, that time, Craig, Bulloch Academy still not unbalanced line, but Aiken got a nice block from the fullback. That time, Chris Friesen, also the tight end, Spy Gibson, kicked out on the defensive end, so a good push by the Bulloch Academy Gators.
Rhett Tyner and Adam Hutchins, Cole McNair had to get him for the Warriors. Second down, 2 yards to go. Unbalanced to the right side once again. They go to the fullback, Freeze, trying to find his way through the middle. He's very near another first down. Grabbed by Tyner after a gain of 2.
Let's check the spot. I thought Freeze got a pretty good spot that time. And they're going to spot it. I believe they're going to probably look at this again.
And they got it spotted on the 28. And if that's correct, that's a first down.
And I'm not about to say after my last prediction, I was wrong. Officials are going to measure once again. It's about the third or fourth measurement we've had in this contest. Sometimes you'll get a whole game and never see a measurement. We've got 3 already, at least 3.
Andy, I said the last one was short. I said this one was good. I may have missed them both.
I'm going to wait till the chains come out. I'm not going to guess again. Oh, man, that's close.
A couple of inches, so I am 0 for 2 now. Third down, less than the nose of a football to go, just a couple of inches.
3 inches on the 33.
And for the rest of this game, I think I'll just say it's close enough and they might measure it.
That has been the pattern so far.
Bulloch Academy staying in that tight formation, unbalanced line.
Coach David Shields coming in here tonight said he wanted to control the clock, been losing the battle at the time of possession. And this unbalanced line getting it done, but look like Southwest Georgia just jumped off sides. We'll see what the call is. This looks like it's going to be offsides on the defense.
Andy, I tell you what, the Gators came in here tonight with a game plan, and they are executing it very well. They're running the ball, keeping it on the ground, picking up first down after first down, controlling the clock. They ran the punt return just beautifully, and that time they had the discipline to all stay there and draw the other team offside. They're just doing it right.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. With that assessment there, Craig, they've done a lot of things right. The punt return, the nice run by Akins, and they're executing and doing the things they're supposed to do, and that's what championship teams do, doing the little things and doing them right.
They again go with Aiken, Daniel Aiken. Wrapped up near the line of scrimmage on second effort. He's going to get about 4. It'll be second down and 6. I believe the ball's going to be spotted at the 24.
4.5 for Aiken. It's second and 6.
We mentioned earlier a lot of nice things happening at Bulloch Academy. And it's the first time I've been to a game over here in a few years. First time I've seen the Gators play this year, but what a comeback story. In 1995, they had to suspend their football program, didn't have enough kids to have a team, and started it back in 96. And last year they won the state championship in A and trying to win it again here in AA in 98.
Lee back to pass, has time, trying to get it to Olive, and a good play by Adam Hutchins. Hutchins from his cornerback position trailed back into the play and actually got a hand on it.
That's right, and free safety 14, Ron Johnson was there with the coverage, but you're right, the cornerback came back, provided some help, and banded that pass away. And 3rd and 7 for the Gators at the 26-yard line.
Let's get up for our offense.
Bulloch Academy leading 14-0, 7:54 remaining in the first half.
And I was about to say they're in 4-down territory. Madsen's got a pretty good leg. They go with Aiken. He's got a hole. He's across the 20 and struggling to get the first down, and he's close.
That second effort might have got it, Craig, but this may be another measurement. Let's see. Official's going to spot the ball. The referee is looking across the way at the chains, and he's going to bring him over again. So once again, another measurement.
Well, I tell you what, this may seem excessive to the fans that are watching the game, but you want the referees, especially in a state championship game, to have the right call, so there shouldn't be any guessing, and if they're not sure, they should measure.
I would rather them bring the chains over and find out for sure, because there's been too many times, and we've covered a lot of high school games through the years where officials will look over there and we'll think it's close, and they'll signal one way or the other, and we wonder, you know, why was there not a measurement? You know, certainly looked close enough for a measurement. But yeah, if it's close, measure. And this one's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, they're going to have to go about the length of the football. It is 4th down. They're inside the 20. It looks like the offense is staying on the field.
Looks like Southwest Georgia beefing up the line a little bit. Big number 70, Kyle Smith, just checks in. 6'3", 280 pounds. And they got him lined up at tackle on the right side, the left side of their line. So it's 4th and 1. The Gators will go.
Twice on 3rd and short, they went with the fullback. We'll see what they do here on 4th down.
The unbalance is to the left side.
Lee going to take it on a quarterback sneak. He's going to have 2 or 3 yards. So they beef up the line to fight against the unbalance, and Bulloch Academy goes up the middle with a quarterback sneak to get the 1st down.
Which is a great play. I like the call. You got a quarterback who knows how to run the football. And we said earlier, 851 yards on the season. Just go right in the middle and get that 1st down and move the chains. Now the Gators have it at the 15, looking to extend the lead down here in the red zone.
The 1st and 10 at the 15. Unbalanced to the right, option in that direction. Aiken has it. He cuts it inside. Tyner hit him at about the 12. He falls to the 10. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
Craig, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Georgia Southern connection after seeing that option play. Kenny Robinson, former Georgia Southern quarterback, now an assistant coach, and Ashley Lee has been quoted as saying he gives a lot of credit to Kenny Robinson for his development as a quarterback. And there the option play picks up 5 yards with Lee on the pitch to Daniel Aiken.
Gators up to the ball, 2nd down and 5 from the 10. They go with Freeze, the fullback, on a trap. He's going to be ahead for a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 7.
Bulloch Academy with a nice long drive here. We noted earlier the concern about the time of possession. They lost the battle in that category in the last 2 weeks, although they won the football game. But David Shields got to be very happy with the fact that his team has a 14-0 lead, and they're driving the ball right down the field and eating up some clock here in the 2nd quarter and about to go up by 3 touchdowns.
Well, I tell you what, Andy, this drive started in the 1st quarter. Aiken has it. One man grabbed him near the 6. He pulled free, got close to the 5, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Yes, it is another Gator. 1st down.
5 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the 2nd, and they've had the ball the whole quarter.
Yes, they have. They've kept it the entire period. And they still have it. Clock's rolling, 5:40. Now before halftime, and Bulloch Academy knocking on the door at the 4-yard line. Unbalanced to the right this time.
They go that way with Aiken. He's got a hole and a blocker. Touchdown!
Boy, what blocking on that side. Jared Sapp, the right tackle, cleared out the hole. Spy Gibson, Freeze, got lead blocks. Or Freeze, I should say, the fullback with the lead block. Spy Gibson, the tight end, kicking out the defensive end. And Daniel Aiken makes it 20-0. This 2nd TD of the night.
Andy, they did. They just moved him out of there on that one.
Well, it was a cape and hold that time. If anybody had any thoughts of making them tackle Gibson and Freeze there to remove the doubt.
Madsen sticks it through, and it's 21-0.
We got 5 minutes and 27 seconds before halftime.
21-0, 5:27 left in the 2nd quarter. Andy, what else can you say about that drive that started back in the 1st quarter? They were just eking out 1st downs 10 yards at a time. It's just unreal.
Absolutely. After They score with big plays in the first quarter. They come back with that long drive and nothing fancy, just running right straight ahead. Mainly Aikens, occasionally Freeze and Lee with a quarterback sneak to pick up a first down, but all of those first downs, you remember there was at least 3 or 4 measurements. So they were just as you said, moving along sort of slowly, picking up just 3 or 4 yards. And we can go ahead and say cloud of dust because we do need the rain.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's just methodical. I tell you, the first 2 touchdowns had to catch the Warriors by surprise, but this one probably hurt the most because it's just a long, sustained drive. Ball control just had to hurt.
64 yards and ate up over 7 minutes off the clock. So just a tremendous drive. And the folks at Gator Alley got to be feeling good right now.
Madsen kicks it long and high. It's fielded near the 3. Walker, number 31, coming straight up the middle, running hard. He's up to the 34-yard line, and the Warriors will have it 1st and 10. And Andy, they must feel like they have to have some points before halftime.
Yeah, I think this is a very crucial part of the game for Southwest Georgia. If they don't get points here, they're in deep trouble. I'll go ahead and say it. And we've seen some great comebacks in our days covering football for DPL Sports. Pinewood Crisp Academy comes to mind last year, but Southwest Georgia desperately needs points on this possession.
Well, the offense, you would think, would be well rested, but keep in mind a lot of these players play Ironman football on both sides of the ball. But nevertheless, their offense hasn't been on the field for a while, and maybe they're able to make a few plays here.
Yes, I didn't count the number of players, but it does appear that Southwest Georgia has dressed more players than Bulloch Academy. But yeah, you're right. Both teams have players that are going both ways. Still early on, good night for football though, so fatigue at this point probably not going to be a factor.
Play action pass, Lovering over the middle, incomplete. Had a man open coming over the middle late, number 67, Mike Heyman, who lined up at tight end, just off his hands. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Over across the way to Warrior fans trying to get their offense up. A little bit of cheering over there. Let's see if Lovering looks for Will Walker as wide receiver. Certainly they will go to the air, you would think here. Will Walker, 26 catches and 5 touchdowns.
Matched up against Olive. They send Walker on the post pattern and then run the fullback, number 22, Cole McNair, out in the flat. Incomplete. Andy, that was a big possession. You hate to give it right back to Bulloch Academy the way they were moving the ball on the last time they had it.
Yeah, that's right, and plenty of time left for the Gators to get more points. It's 4:33 still showing on the clock. Daniel Aikens come out late, and looks like we're going to have a flag for illegal substitution. Scott Cram, number 5, was trying to come off, and Aiken trying to come on, so the Gators a little bit confused and see what the penalty is. Illegal substitution against Bulloch Academy.
Andy, had it been a 4th and 5 or 4th and 4, that would be just a huge penalty.
Yeah, this is gonna be
as it is, it'll still be 4th down and about 3 yards to go.
And about 4.5.
One of the few mistakes that Bulloch Academy has made in this contest. Played almost a perfect first half to this point, but the penalty not costly as the Warriors still in punt formation.
Johnson kicks it, a spiral that's going to go toward the right side. It's going to hit out of bounds at the 28, and the Gators will have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yes, and obviously Southwest Georgia has decided no more punt returns in this one. After the long return by Olive, they've kicked everything out of bounds since then. Maybe it's been 4 punts now.
And now the defense for the Warriors from Southwest Georgia, who had to be a little bit winded, asked to come back on the field and stop this Gator offense, something they've only done one time tonight.
Bulloch Academy still in the unbalanced set. Not wanting to change anything just yet.
Aiken has it over the right side. Crosses the 30 to the 32. Gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6. Well, even the plays, Andy, that don't look spectacular, they're getting 3 or 4 yards. And, Frank Howard at Clemson made that famous 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and they're doing it.
Hey, if that's what it takes to win, that's fine. May not be the most exciting brand of football, but hey, it's working for David Shields and his Bulloch Academy Gators.
This time Lee's going to keep it around the corner. After faking it inside, he crosses the 36.
Late flag thrown in. Let's see what this call is. Holding against the Gators.
They're talking, the referees are, they're going to mark this one off against the Gators. Lee had gotten across the 35 to the 36. It would have been third down and 2. This is going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which occurred at about the 34.
Yes, I believe it was an illegal block or push in the back instead of the holding call. Nonetheless, 10-yard penalty against Bulloch Academy.
Ball will be spotted just inside the 24-yard line. Now it'll be second down and 14 yards to go for the Gators.
Second down. Repeat, second down.
See what the Warriors do here on defense to try to stop the drive after getting the break. It looks like a screen. They did a good job of setting it up, but a good job of pursuit by the Warrior defense.
On the reception of Lee.
Yeah, like Bulloch Academy had the right play called as they were coming after the lead pretty good, but nice job of recovering by Southwest Georgia.
I'll tell you what, the pass was a little bit wide. Aiken had to go out further than he wanted to make the catch. By the time he got back behind his blockers, the pursuit of the defense caught him. Gain of only 3 to be third and 12.
And the only thing that has stopped Bulloch Academy in this game has been penalty flags. The only drive they did not score on was a penalty. And they went backwards at that point, and we had the holding penalty here on this drive. And now it's third and we'll call it 12. And the Bulloch Academy Gators will use, I believe, their last time out of the first half.
You're right, Andy. One of them was charged to him earlier on a sideline violation, and they called 2 since then. So this is the last time out for the Gators at 2:46 remaining in the second quarter. Third down, 11 yards to go. And if you're the Warriors from Southwest Georgia Academy, you have to stop them here. You still have 2.5 minutes left. Maybe you can get some points before the half. But you sure can't afford to give up any more points.
Go out and support Paul Johnson's Eagles.
And if you coach David Shields, what do you do here? Mainly you kept the ball on the ground. You know, Lee is a good passer.
Don't forget we have a limited supply.
You do go to the air. Or Spy Gibson, tight end, is a guy that the Gators like to throw to from time to time, and also Stacy Olive, who's listed as a wide receiver, but he's been playing mainly at tight end in this unbalanced set. So let's see if Bulloch Academy will break out of the unbalanced set and try something different. Let's watch 25 Stacy Olive.
They do come out in a little bit different set. They got 2 receivers wide to the left and Stacy Olive to the right. So this is something completely new for the Gators here in this ball game.
Let's watch Olive on the slant right here.
They send a man in motion. Lee gonna take it. He's gonna keep it around the right side. Got a little bit of room. He gets outside looking for a block. He's gonna have the first down and more up near the 50. They spread the defense out, set the receivers deep, and then ran it with Lee at quarterback.
Absolutely. That's a good call by David Shields. He's thinking, I'm not going to risk an interception with a 21-0 lead. My quarterback's a good runner. We know that. They'll spread them out. Let Lee do his thing. You got a nice block downfield from Scott Cram. First and 10 for the Gators at the 48-yard line with 2:25 left. Still enough time for Bulloch Academy to put more points on the board.
They like the spread offense look, so they go to it one more time. Same formation. Cram over to the left side in the slot. Comes in motion toward Olive. Lee gonna take it back to pass. Pumps, then goes deep for Olive. He's open, and he's overthrown down at the 20-yard line. Stacy Olive had a couple of steps on Will Walker that time, but Lee missed him.
Yeah, it was the old out and up that time, and Lee with a pump fake, and Olive turned it upfield, and Ashley Lee just overshot him. Olive stretched out, did all he could, just couldn't quite get there. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 for the Gators.
I like the call, Andy, especially on 1st down. Time's getting away from you here. You may not be able to get the ball into the end zone by running it. So you go to the air and try to get it all at one clip, and they almost do.
That's right, Bulloch Academy back in the I formation offense, slot to the left.
Lee again back to pass on play action, being chased out of the pocket. Had a man over the middle, a little bit too high for Aiken. And defensively, he was pretty much running for his life against his arm strength. What I mean by that is he's running to his left and he's right-handed.
That's right.
That's a pretty tough throw.
It's tough enough going to your left if you're a right-handed quarterback. It's even tougher when you got 2 guys in your face. Try to hit Aiken over the middle, overshot him. 3rd and 10. 1:53 now left in the 1st half.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go now. 2 incomplete passes, 1:53 left. 3rd down and 10 from their own 47. Gators go with a reverse. Olive has it. He's going to be caught in the backfield. What a nice defensive play that time by Mike Heyman.
Yes, we also have a flag down. And this is probably going to be either a clip or a hold. Let's see what the call is.
This is going to be holding on Ashley Lee. He tried to throw a block and grabbed a hold of Heyman. And as it was, Heyman got away from him and still made the tackle. I think they'll take the penalty here because there was a loss of about 10 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, yeah, they're going to decline this penalty and make it 4th and long and force Bulloch Academy to punt the football away. So Southwest Georgia will get one more shot at it with 1:42 left in the 1st half. Trailing 21-0 here in the GISA Class AA State Championship game. Playing tonight here in Statesboro at Gator Alley.
Will Walker deep to receive for the Warriors. Aiken kicks it. It's a high end-over-end kick. Walker going to take it, and he fumbles it.
It's loose. Let's see. Walker, I believe, got it back. He did.
Well, that just could have been disaster for the Warriors had that been a turnover. Will Walker fortunate to get it back. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 29.
Let's see what the strategy of Coach Bill Murdoch is right here for the Warriors. Down 21-0. And you got to be thinking, I believe at this point, you got to get some points any way you can.
Well, the first thing you got to do is get your players, if you're Coach Murdoch, to believe that they can win this football game. Just caught off guard here and got way behind early. But we know they're capable of moving the football. They've got the stats to prove it, running or throwing. They just got to relax and play the game now, even though they're down by 3 scores.
That's right. And that time they had a nice play called. Number 80 for the Warriors was wide open. Travis Stevens was split in, and Lovering's pass just a little bit off the mark. But yeah, you're right. It's a lot of confidence and believing you can do that. So the Warriors really need something good to happen here pretty soon.
Lovering back to pass again. Has time. Throws over the middle. Again intended for number 80, Travis Stevens. That time the pass on the mark, but Stevens can't hold it.
Yeah, you can't blame Lovering for that one. The ball was right there. May have been thrown a tad behind him, but hit him on the numbers. Definitely a catchable ball. Should have been caught.
Well, it looks like the middle of the field is where the opening is. Look for Southwest Georgia to keep going to that same spot.
Here, Bulloch Academy playing a little bit loose on the corners, and where you safety Scott Cram playing about 20 yards off the ball. So yeah, they're willing to give up 15-yard to keep from being hit with a big play.
Trying to set up the middle screen that time.
There's a flag down. Craig, let's see, this may be illegal receivers downfield.
I believe so. There were offensive linemen 7 or 8 yards down that time. Pass intended for Cowart, trying to set up a screen in the middle.
Ineligible receivers, I should say, not illegal. I suppose that would be the same thing, but let's see what the call is. No, it's going to be pass interference, offensive. and pass interference, both against Southwest Georgia Academy.
And he signaled offensive pass interference and then went to loss of down.
So that's the penalty Bulloch Academy will accept.
So it will be 4th down.
Offensive pass interference does carry a loss of down. And that's the penalty that the Gators will accept.
And the bad news, if you're a Warrior fan, is the clock stops. They mark you deep in your territory. You're going to have to punt it. And there's still 1:06 left in the half.
And we'll see if the Warriors continue to just kick the ball out of bounds and instead of giving Stacy Olive or Daniel Aiken, 2 dangerous return men, a chance to return a punt.
Johnson going to take the snap, kick a wobbly spiral. He looks like he's trying to get it out of bounds. And it does go out of bounds up about the 47. One of the players for Southwest Georgia going down to cover, looking up to find the ball, and Daniel Aiken just leveled it.
Well, that was our 2 feature players. That was the 2 running backs. That was Daniel Aiken, number 10 for Bulloch Academy, laying the lick. Well, number 30, Josh Cowart, the star running back for the Warriors.
Well, I saw that same thing happen, well, it was 3 years ago now over in Toombs County. And a young player who plays for Georgia Tech now, Tavarius Tillman, just leveled a Metter player who was looking at the punt. And the whole crowd and the whole team really just stopped to look at the lick. Meanwhile, another player picked up the punt and ran it back for a touchdown.
That's right, I remember that play very well.
Matter of fact, that play was the difference in that football game as Toombs County beat Metter that night.
Yeah, back in 95. What a great game that was, 13-12. Toombs County winning in that contest. Right here, Bulloch Academy trying to get some more points before half, 30 seconds, clock is running.
Lee back to pass, being pressured. Throws it to Olive. Olive can't hold on, the clock will stop with 24 seconds remaining. It'll be 3rd and 2. The ball is just inside the 40 at the 39.
And Craig, remember Bulloch Academy out of timeouts. It's 3rd down, so look for the Gators to try to run something to the sidelines and pick up the 1st down and stop the clock.
Well, I look for Lee to keep it. Maybe fake it to Aiken and then keep it around the end so that he has the ability to get out of bounds.
We'll see if he keeps it and goes to the short side, which will be the far side.
It's a shovel pass. Aiken going to get it. He's going to have the 1st down. The clock will stop to move the chains. Keep in mind the Gators do not have a timeout.
And Craig, once again, Chris Freeze. And Bulloch Academy does have 1 timeout left, Craig. We miscounted. I thought they were charged a timeout. Maybe they had changed it, but they had already called 2 others, I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, the Gators did have 1 remaining. But back to my point, Chris Freeze has done just an outstanding job of blocking on those lead plays, and that time on the shuttle pass, he cut down one of the linebackers and enabled Daniel Aiken to pick up that 1st down.
Well, you don't see a tailback have the yardage that Aiken has and the amount of touchdowns without good blocking, and we know he's getting it from the line, but now we see that he's got another buddy in the backfield. He's getting the job done for him.
Absolutely. Now, after the game or sometime tomorrow, I guarantee Daniel Aiken will be wanting to take Chris Freeze out to lunch for the great job he's done. And I'm sure he gives him a lot of credit for the wonderful success he's had this season.
We're talking about this backfield of Bulloch Academy. Freeze, a junior, Aiken, a junior, and Ashley Lee, a junior. That's just not good news if you're in the GISA and AA.
Absolutely not, and they're leading here in this game 21-0, and they can hold on and win this thing tonight. And certainly they'll be favored to win it all again next year with guys like that coming back for another year. But right here, 16 seconds, 30 yards away from more points for Bulloch Academy.
Lee rolls out, nice throw and catch that time. Cram gets it and goes out of bounds at the 24. Clock stops with 10 seconds, and if they can get out of bounds again,
well, this like
they're going to go ahead and go for the field goal.
And this is going to be about a 42-yarder.
It'll be a 42-yard attempt.
Andy, that's a pretty long field goal, but Matson kicked the kickoff into the end zone a while ago.
He has a strong leg, and officials stopped the clock as the Warriors call timeout.
I'm sure the Warriors wanting Madsen to think about this one for a little bit. They sure don't want to give up any more points before the half.
With 10 seconds left, you may ask, why don't the Gators try one more play here? But Coach David Shields, now out of timeouts, knows that he can't risk trying to run another play, and then if they don't get out of bounds, they won't be able to get up to the line in time enough to stop the clock. So.
The only play they have the option of running is a pass into the end zone. Well, being 25 yards out, a pass that long may use up the 10 seconds, even if it falls incomplete. There may not be any time left on the clock.
That's correct, and obviously Shields has a lot of confidence in his sophomore kicker, Houston Madsen, who was about to attempt a 42-yard field goal from the near side hash. Stacy Olaf to hold, and Jared Sapp to do the deep snapping.
While we're at it, the kicker Madsen, just a sophomore, so he'll be back too. And he just drills it right through the uprights. What a kick! 42 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, that's impressive. That would have been good from about 50. Because that ball, once it cleared the uprights, I mean, it had plenty of distance left. But Houston Madsen with a 42-yard field goal with just 4 seconds remaining in the first half makes this a 24-0 contest in favor of Bulloch Academy.
Wow, Andy, that ball was on the near hash, so he's kicking it not only 42 yards, but he's got a little bit of an angle.
And he split it right up.
It went right through the middle.
It was perfect. You can't kick it any better than that. I mean,
no.
That was just a thing of beauty by Houston Madsen.
Let's get up one more time for the kickoff.
And it's 24-0 with 4 seconds remaining in the first half, and it has been all Bulloch Academy. I mean, the Gators have dominated in every aspect of the game thus far.
Well, they certainly have. And with just 4 seconds left, Madsen, let's see if he just goes ahead and tries to boom one deep. He's probably pretty pumped up after that field goal. So, well, he just tries to pooch kick it off to the side, and the Warriors catch it on about the 44-yard line.
Number 24, and he's hit right away by Daniel Aiken, and there's 1 second left before halftime.
They choose not to kick it deep to Coward and Will Walker.
Well, that's a good strategy there, just pooch kick it. The Warriors have time for just one play.
Look at the Gators on defense. Ashley Lee, Sisson, Olive, all 15 yards off the ball. And also middle linebacker number 56, Sam Johnson, pretty deep. They throw it out to Walker, trying to get him down the sideline. He's going to pick up about 20, but the half will expire. 24-0, the Gators lead. We'll be back. To begin the second half of play, Houston Madsen, the man who kicked the 42-yard field goal, will be kicking off for Bulloch Academy. Deep to receive for the Warriors, Cowart. Also number 31, Will Walker, and number 80, Travis Stevens.
Craig, we said this at the end of the first half, but it's really true now. The Warriors must get the ball here and drive it down and get some points, or this one may be history.
You're absolutely right, Andy. They have to have something positive to happen, and soon. Madsen kicks it high and deep. Caught at the 1-yard line by Walker. Walker trying to get around the right side, going to be grabbed up around the 18. First and 10 Warriors.
and he had some help from Jeremiah Strickland.
Lovering and company will come out and go to work.
Along with Lovering, the senior quarterback, the Southwest Georgia offense includes fullback 22 Cole McNair, tailback number 30 Josh Cowart, split in number 80 Travis Stevens, and number 31 Will Walker, the flanker.
They start off going to the air, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Broken up by number 33 Deal.
Rest of the offense for the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors. Your tight end, number 67, Mike Heyman. Left tackle, 65, Stuart Brooks. Left guard, 35, Luke Ussery. 63, the center, Jay Haythorne. Number 75, Pierce Cannington is the right guard. The right tackle is number 70, Kyle Smith.
On second down and 10 yards to go. Lovering rolls out, has a man open deep, and it's complete. A strike from Lovering all the way down inside the 30. Travis Stevens, number 80. And what a pretty throw and catch right there.
Well, that is some throw by Brandon Lovering. And just what the Warriors needed, a big play in their first serious scoring threat of the night. As they have it now 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And you call it some throw by Brandon Lovering. He rifled that one right on the money to Travis Stevens.
Southwest on the Gator, 22 and a half.
1st and 10, 22-yard line of the Gators. They go back to the ground game. Cowart loses his footing trying to cut in the inside of the line there. Gain of 1, it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Defensively for the Gators on the front line, number 34, Wilson Burns at left end. Left tackle, 72, Jared Sapp. Nose guard, 55, Jonathan Logan. Right tackle, 65, Chris Deal. Right end, 15, Spy Gibson. Your linebackers, Tyler Akins, Blake Deal, Stacy Olive. Secondary, Lou Sisson, Daniel Aiken, and Scott Cram.
On 2nd and 9, back to the air. Lovering under pressure, going to get hit as he throws. It'll be incomplete. Travis Akins was all over him.
Was leveled by Akins just as he threw it, and it's 3rd down. And we need
Tyler Akins come on a blitz.
On its feet in that.
One of 8 Bulloch Academy seniors playing here in their final contest.
Well, the Warriors have 2 downs, Andy, to make the 9 yards here. They're down by 24. Definitely going to be able to go for it. We'll see what they call here. I like the way Lovering throws the ball if he has time to throw it.
Let's see if he looks for Walker, his leading receiver, number 31.
Back to pass, has time, trying to get it to Stevens. A little bit of bumping. Andy, this one will have to be on Stevens if it's on anybody, and we don't like to speculate, but have Cram back there had position for the ball.
Yeah, this is interesting here. Let's see what the call is. It is defensive pass interference, and the Bulloch Academy fans upset over here on this side of the field.
Well, I tell you, it's time for the Warriors to catch a break. So there's not a whole lot to say about that, but I disagree with the call. Nevertheless, it'll be 1st down. And let's see, I believe it'll be near the 11-yard line. It will be 1st and 10.
It's just outside the 10, 1st down. Huge break for the Warriors. As you said, they desperately need a break. Had the big play from Lovering to Travis Stevens. Now they have it outside the 10.
Play action. And a man wide open has it go off his hands. Cole McNair, number 22, running in the flats, wide open, has it go off of his hands, incomplete. Twice now we've seen that play. They run the wide out on a post, and it clears the whole flats area. The fullback goes out there and one-on-one against the linebacker, and he was open.
Southwest Georgia has not had very much success at all running the football in this game. Let's see what they do here.
They go with a toss sweep to Cowart, trying to use his speed to get outside. He toughens up to get away from one man, going to be knocked out of bounds by Akins near the 5.
Yes, when you see a look like that, you can already tell who it is without looking at the number. That was Tyler Akins, who laid a pretty good shot there on Josh Cowart. But Cowart did pick up 5 yards. The Warriors trying to punch it in here, down 24 with 10 minutes exactly remaining in the third period. Big play coming up in the game, and across the way, the Southwest Georgia fans up and on their feet, trying to get their team fired up.
They come up to the ball, third down, 5 yards to go from just outside the 5-yard line. Play action pass once again in the flats. The same play to McNair.
Yes, that play's been there a couple times. The Warriors can't finish off the play.
It'll be fourth down now. They can pick up a first down without scoring, although it would be improbable. Just about the length of a football in between the first down marker and the goal line.
Substitutions in the ball game now. Stevens and Walker both back in. So let's see if Lovering goes to the air. I think he will here.
They're going to throw back to the tight end. He's wide open for the touchdown.
That's number 67, Mike Heyman. Blown covers that time by Bulloch Academy. No one anywhere near Mike Heyman. And Southwest Georgia says, hey, wait, don't write us off just yet.
Well, Andy, they get the big play from Lovering to Stevens to get them down close. They're the beneficiary of a penalty. But then on fourth down, just a great play call. They roll out to the right with the quarterback Lovering and then throw back to the left to the tight end, and he was all alone in the end zone for the touchdown.
That's right. Everything looked like the play was going to the right. Lovering looking that way for a little bit of a rollout and come back to the left. There's Mike Heyman standing all alone in the end zone.
They're going for two, play action pass. Going back to Heyman for the points, and the two-point conversion is good.
But we have a flag, Craig. Let's hold everything. So this may be a offensive pass interference. Let's see.
Might have been a pick.
Yeah, that's one thing. Maybe a pick because he was pretty wide open. But let's see what the call is. The flag was thrown from the back judge. And it is offensive pass interference. And lost them down, so they will not get the play over.
So the points are no good. They're taken off the board. It's 24-6.
Yes, the penalty may have been, as you said, a pick. Or cornerback or somebody took out a linebacker, or either the receiver who caught the pass, Heyman, either pushed off. It was probably the former.
They're going to have a hard time explaining this one to Coach Murdoch over across the way. He's been scrapping and fighting all game trying to get some points. And to have two taken off the board. It remains 24-6. So the Warriors do strike, do get some points. And we'll see if they've got some momentum when they kick it to the Gators and see if their defense can go out there and hold Bulloch Academy.
Right, Craig. And when we talk about setting a pick, and of course we're both big basketball fans, and it is legal to do that in basketball, but not in football. But what happens is the outside receiver comes down and takes out either the linebacker, who was probably covering the tight end in this situation, it allows the tight end to go outside and throws like a block or just gets in the way, and that is illegal in football. And I'm sure that's what the call was there.
Short kick. Aiken comes up and takes it near the 20. He's going to get hit up around the 31-yard line. And it was Cowart, perhaps repaying Daniel Aiken for the hit on the punt earlier in the game.
That's right.
He hit him pretty good that time.
That's right. As they say, what goes around comes around. I'm sure Josh Cowart hadn't forgot about being introduced to Daniel Aiken in the second quarter.
Bulloch Academy will start 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And after this play, we'll set the offense and defense for the respective schools.
Aiken over the left side has a hole to run through. He's up near the 38. Gain of 6. Flag on the play.
It's probably going to be another holding penalty. This one against the Gators.
Cole is holding against Bulloch Academy. That's the
while they mark off the 10-yard penalty, let's set the offense for Bulloch Academy. Number 10, Ashley Lee is your quarterback. Fullback, number 22, Chris Freeze. Number 10, Daniel Aiken is the tailback. Split end, 19, Lou Sisson. Flanker, number 25, Stacy Olive. Tight end, number 15, Spy Gibson. Left tackle, 75, Reed Connell. Left guard, 59, Mark Keel. Your center, number 72, Jared Sapp. Right guard, 44, Cole Hendricks. And the right tackle is number 70, Jonathan Fadden. Fadden, a junior at 285 pounds.
Lee back to pass on first down and long. Screen complete to Aiken. He's going to get wrapped up by some Southwest Georgia players, though, just as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down and 22.
That time, Bulloch Academy did a better job of setting up the screen than they did earlier in the first half when they tried to run that play, but Southwest Georgia able to fight through some blocks that time and made the tackle on Daniel Aiken.
Second down and 21. They go with Aiken on the lead play. He's got some room. He's up to the 31, going to be wrapped up where it will be third down and about 11 yards to go. Andy, I noticed something that time. You know, we've got the starting lineups with Bulloch Academy. When they go to that unbalanced line, they've moved Jared Sapp out to a tackle so they can have their big men out there together. Sapp along with number 70, Jonathan Fadden, and number 53, Mitchell Hill, is playing center.
You're absolutely right, Craig.
So that may be a new wrinkle that the Gators have thrown in on this unbalanced line. Trap play to Freeze, wrapped up in the backfield. No gain on the play, and the Warriors have held. Rocky Davis made the stop in the backfield.
A big move, slowly shifting over to the Warriors. They took the opening kickoff, went down and put points on the board and made it a 24-6 game. Defense holds Bulloch Academy and forces a punt.
For the Gators.
Aiken punts it. It's a low line drive. It's going to take a good roll for the Gators. Walker going to pick it up on the bounce. And he's got some room down the far sideline. Going to be hit up near midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line by Sam Johnson. It'll be first and 10 Warriors at the 48 of Bulloch Academy. And Andy, a score here could make a football game out of this thing.
Oh, absolutely. And Southwest Georgia not out of it yet. 6:54 remaining in the third period. Another score right here certainly makes things very, very interesting. Bill Murlock's won 5 state championships during his coaching career, so he's not about to throw out the white flag just yet.
Rolling out is Lovering. He throws it low and incomplete. Stevens can't get it off the ground. It will be second down and 10. So Lovering, who throws the ball very well and looks real good at times, had a man open then and just made a bad throw, Andy.
Yes, it's a little bit low, and the receiver that time, Stevens, had no chance. Can't set picks or throw bounce passes in football.
Draw play to Cowart. He's got room. Going to be tackled at the 40 of the Gators. Gain of 8. It'll be third and 2.
Nice call that time, coming with the draw play.
2.5. And let's get up for our defense.
Third and 2, and I think the Warriors are in 4-down territory here at the Bulloch Academy 40-yard line.
Or should they get positive yardage here? I think you're right, Andy. They go with the fullback. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Wilson Burns, Deal and Aiken.
I believe that's Wilson Burns with the first hit, number 34. Blake Deal, excuse me, 33. One of the linebackers. Aiken's also in there. 4th and 2, and looks like the Warriors will go far as we thought that they might if it came down to this. 5:45 in the third quarter. Big play in this football game coming up right here.
Give him about a half a yard on that one. 4th down and 2. They're up to the line of scrimmage. Toss sweep to Cowart. He's got room. He's got the first down. And more. Cowart almost broke it. He's down to the 30. 1st and 10 Warriors.
Well, Southwest Georgia got a good push. That time number 10 was out front, throwing some nice blocks for the Southwest Georgia offense.
That's Adam Hutchins.
Hutchins in there.
Called his name several times tonight.
He's played outstanding on the defensive side in there on offense. Leading the way that time for Josh Cowart.
1st and 10 Warriors at the 30 of Bulloch Academy. Roll out. Pass over the middle. Stevens is open. Complete for another first down inside the 15 to the 13. And all of a sudden the Warriors from Southwest Georgia have come alive.
And Craig, that pass was there in the first half. The Warriors were just unable to hit the mark, but Lovering just rifled that one right between 8 and 0 on Travis Stevens' jersey that time. 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 13-yard line. Here comes Southwest Georgia trying to get back in this thing.
Tall sweep to Cowart, attacking that left side. They've had some success there. He's near the 11. Gain of maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Daniel Lake and Scott Cram on the stop for Bulloch Academy.
Gain of 2.5.
And I look for them to mix it up a whole lot here in the second half. We'll see Lovering throw a lot of passes. 1, because they're behind, but 2, because they're having a lot of success doing it.
Well, if they go to there, remember they like to throw to the tight end, and also Cole McNair coming out of the backfield.
Play action pass. Lovering gonna run it, has some room after the pump fake. He got in, touchdown. Touchdown Warriors.
Yes, Lovering rolled to his right, looking for Cole McNair, who was covered by the outside linebacker that time, and recognized that, saw he had room to run, took it in to the end zone for 6, and now we have a 24-12 ball game, Craig. 4:11 remaining in the third period.
I look for the Warriors to go for 2 again. At this point, nothing to lose and everything to gain by getting it 2 points at the time.
Southwest is going for 2. Let's get up for the defense.
The tight ends line up on the left side. That's Heyman.
And the ball is batted down, trying to throw it over the middle.
Well, flag coming, late flag, Craig. Whoa, let's hold everything once again and see what the flag is. It come in well after the play from the back judge.
Might be a dead ball foul coming in at that time.
Dead ball personal foul against Bulloch Academy. But this will probably be assessed on the kickoff.
Personal foul will be assessed on the kickoff.
And it will be. So it's 24-12. The point after is again no good. Andy, the Warriors took the ball after a pretty good punt return by Walker at the 48-yard line of Bulloch Academy, drove it down, throwing it and running it. And in the end, it was Lovering on a rollout, faking the pass and just tucking it under and getting a touchdown.
That's right. Southwest Georgia down 24-0 at the half. Really needed some points, and they come out and get 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Brandon Lovering, the quarterback we've heard so much about. We saw his rifle arm. But a completion, Travis Stevens.
And Southwest is going to kick off.
I tell you what,
on both drives. On the first, you remember he threw the long, beautiful pass downfield.
Right.
And then he hit him over the middle on that route during the second scoring drive.
Watch for a possible onside kick. They're kicking for Bulloch Academy's 45, but they don't. They kick it out of the end zone. So it will be 1st and 10 Gators at their own 20.
It'll be the Gators football on their 20.
But you're right, Andy. They're doing a good job of mixing it up, and Lovering to Stevens has been the big play so far. Folks, it took till 4 minutes and 11 seconds in the third quarter, but we got ourselves a football game. Aiken gonna take it, no hold. He tries to cut it back, but he has nowhere to go. He'll lose. But he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you, Craig, you can really feel the momentum shifting in this contest across the way to Southwest Georgia fans. Not a lot to cheer about in the first half, but they're excited. Everybody standing. They had a long drive coming from Damascus, Georgia, all the way across the state to see this game, and they're excited. Right now, their team really taking it to the Bulloch Academy Gators here in this 3rd period.
Lee gonna take it, being chased, and it's intercepted. McNair got it, he's gonna score.
Well, what an interception by Cole McNair, the linebacker, dropping back in coverage. Lee under pressure, trying to get rid of it. And what a turnaround this is, Craig.
Andy, this is unbelievable. What a so lopsided game we had in the first half. Just Bulloch Academy dominated. And here in the second half, 3 scores in the 3rd quarter. The last one coming by way of interception for the Warriors, and they are not only right back in the game, but within striking distance.
Oh, absolutely. Here, I mean, it's 24-18, 6-point game, and let's see what Southwest Georgia's going to do. If they're going to kick this thing or go for 2. They're having trouble with personnel right now. Not enough men on the field. They may have to take a timeout. Because they're going to get hit with the delay of game. They don't hurry up right here.
Looks like they'll kick it now.
Well, there's the flag.
Penalty marker goes down on the play. Let's check a possible penalty.
So instead of burning the timeout, the Warriors take the delay of game.
But if they are going to kick it, it may not hinder them too bad, a 5-yard penalty. When that timeout may be big later on, so they chose to save it. Or down in front of us here, they got the Bulloch Academy offense in a huddle on the sideline and going through a little bit of discussion.
So
are the coaches.
Assistant coach Rod Russell, very animated, talking to his offensive team.
The point after the kick is straight through and good. So it will be 24-19. It's a 5-point football game, 24-19. Bulloch Academy leading.
Craig at the halftime was talking with some of the crew. Of course, myself, Andy Calloway, and my partner here, Craig Lanier. Also, Dan Mauser, the heart and soul of DPL Sports. Jeffrey Williams and Robbie Dollar here. And we're all there talking at halftime, thinking, hey, this is going to be blowout city tonight. Thinking this game is probably in the books. But somebody forgot to tell Southwest Georgia that. They stormed back, and it's 24-19. We're still in the 3rd period.
Yeah, the first 2 touchdowns, they were driving it and getting points. The 3rd one is the one that hurt Bulloch Academy because no time came off the clock. It was an interception. It was run back for a score, and all of a sudden it's very close. And we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's a lot of football left to play.
Yes, we have a flag as the whistles blow. We'll start play here. Probably offsides on the kicking team from where the flag was thrown.
And it's offsides against Southwest on the kickoff.
That'll back them up 5 yards to the 35. Well, they'll start again.
Gator fans, on your feet for the kickoff.
There's an interception by Cole McNair. When you think about what happens during the course of the game, but you remember Bulloch Academy running back a punt. Stacy Alla, big special teams play, so a lot of times that's the difference in ball games. Special teams play, defensive scores, that kind of thing usually decides it.
Fair catch called for by Bulloch Academy at the 38. So the Gators will have good field position.
Wilson Burns, number 34, with the fair catch.
We'll see if the Gators can answer. What we've got is 19 unanswered points by the Warriors here in the second half. So now it's the Gators who need to get something going on offense.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they haven't even had a first down here in the second half.
We'll see if they go back to that ground game, running it over that unbalanced line.
Lead on the carry for the Gators.
They start with a quarterback sneak. Going to gain 5 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd and 5 up near the 45.
It looks like the defense for Southwest Georgia really keying on Daniel Aiken. So someone else is going to have to step up for Bulloch Academy. Maybe Ashley Lee, the quarterback, number 9. We saw him there on the sneak, pick up 6 yards.
2nd down, they gave him 6. It'll be 4 yards to go. Toss sweep to Aiken. Picks up a block out there, cuts it inside. Going to be near the 1st down marker.
Well, good second effort by Daniel Aiken. Got close to the sticks.
Well, what a year Daniel Aiken has had. At the beginning of the year, Ashley Lee was just the dominating force for the Bulloch Academy Gators first 2 or 3 games. And it was in that game against Pinewood early on in the season that Daniel Aiken just made his presence known, and from that point on just really came on as a driving force on this offense from that tailback position, and he just had a fine junior year.
Well, he's some kind of running back, and in that game we saw Bulloch Academy establish themselves as the comeback kids. They've had several games during the course of this 98 season where they've come from behind to win.
It was a 1st down. And on 1st and 10, they go to Aiken. Lead play over the right side. That time he only gets 1 as Hutchins gets a hold of him, along with McNair, the fullback. 2nd down and 9. Ball is right at midfield.
I'll tell you, it's a pretty good battle going up there on that front line right there. These teams really getting after it. Southwest Georgia knows they're back in this contest now. Bulloch Academy, after that big lead, says, hey, let's wake up. We only lead by 5.
Oh my goodness. On the option, Ashley Lee was just creamed. I believe it was Luke Ussery, number 35, and boy, did he put a hit on him.
3rd down and about 9.
Well, he sure did. Bulloch Academy coming with the speed option that time, straight down the line. Luke Ussery, the defensive end, really laid it on Ashley Lee. And David Shields, Bulloch Academy, the head coach, says, let's take a timeout and talk about this thing.
And it's a big play. It's 3rd down and 9, and you know the other team's got the momentum with 3 unanswered scores. So, yeah, it's a huge play. You want to pick up the 1st down here just to avoid giving the ball right back to the Warriors.
And let's also see if Shields breaks out of the unbalanced set as he did in the 1st half in a similar situation. Spreads things out and tries to get Ashley Lee out in the open field, or either go to a pass play with Stacy Olaf or Spy Gibson. Once again, we are DPL Sports. Andy Calloway, Craig Lanier, along with Dan Mauser, the heart and soul of DPL Sports. And of course, Jeffrey Williams on the B-roll camera, and Robbie Dollar with the sideline shots. And we're certainly glad to be here at Gator Alley for another exciting GISA Class AA State Championship game, our 5th consecutive year. And we've seen some good ones throughout those 5 years. And though it looked like a blowout at first, this one's shaping up to be another one of those nail biters.
Boy, it is, Andy. Timeout now called by Southwest Georgia. He came out and wanted to see how Bulloch Academy is going to line up. And the Gators did stay in the unbalanced line, most likely catching Southwest Georgia off guard. They were probably expecting that spread offense that we were talking about. So they call a timeout to make the adjustments, realizing how big a play this is late in the 3rd quarter.
Well, it certainly is a big play here. And I'm thinking the Gators are going to have to throw the football, because we are at midfield, and if they do not get all of the yardage, would David Shields dare to gamble and go on 4th down?
Well, it depends. You know, if he comes up with 8 yards here, then yes, he may want to go for it. If it's 4th and long, I doubt he will.
Yeah, if it's long, he's punting, but if it's 4th and 2, do you go for it? Well, let's see what happens.
Unbalanced line. They go to Aiken on the lead play, just a straightforward play. He's going to have the first down across the 40 to the 38-yard line, and what a surge once again by the Gators.
Didn't I say let's run Daniel Aiken? so much for the pass play, huh? Just give it to your horse, Daniel Aiken, over behind Jared Sapp. Those big guys on the right side of the line, and you call it a great push.
Boy, Fadden, Sapp, Olive, and Gibson that time just moved them forward. They go right back with the same play, this time coming underneath. Looks like number 75, Pierce Cannington, makes the tackle after a gain of maybe 1. Second and a long 9.
I'll tell you, this Southwest Georgia defense has hung in there pretty good after being down early. They're overmatched as far as size, but they're hanging in there pretty good.
Lee going to keep it around the end, trying to get outside, going to be grabbed from behind and pulled out of bounds after a gain of 3.
Gain of about 3 or 4.
Rhett Tyner is who got him.
Bring up third.
It'll be 3rd and 7.
For the Gators.
Another big third down play coming up. Clock is rolling. Let's see if the Gators just let the clock run out. We're down to 10 seconds. If they get one more play here in the third period.
No, they should let it run out. When you have the lead, the clock is in your favor.
Coach David Shields hollering for his team, just stay in the huddle.
The quarter is going to end right there.
What a third quarter. It is 24-19. Don't leave now, because the fourth and final quarter is coming up and it's close. We'll be back. The Gators come right up to the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's another big third down play, 3rd and 7 from the 35. They go to Aiken once again. He breaks one tackle and he's got room. Daniel Aiken inside the 20, going to be pushed out of bounds near the 10. First down, Bulloch Academy.
Well, Southwest Georgia had a player in a position to make the tackle. He's still down. I believe that's number 35. I'm not sure, I can't tell number. Luke Ussery in perfect position, missed the tackle. Then Aiken got outside with a big gainer for the Gators. And Ussery's still down as the trainer's out to take a look at that young man. But Daniel Aiken carries the ball all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Andy, what a play by Aiken that time. One man was in the backfield, as you mentioned. He got away from him, turned on the speed, picked up a big first down for the Gators. Ussery now going off the field under his own power. So that's good news. 1st and 10, Bulloch Academy at the 12. Unbalanced line to the right. They go that way with Aiken. He's going to be hit near the line of scrimmage. He almost got away. First man to hit him was Mike Heyman, number 67.
Also 75, Pierce Cannington in there. And Aiken tried to slip back out the back door that time and almost did. Well, they do give him forward progress up to the 11, so pick up of about 1.
It will be 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Gators hoping to get a score here to add some more back to their lead. It's surely dwindled here in the third quarter. Lee on the option, just surrounded by blue jerseys, nowhere to go. Going to lose back to the 14, maybe 14 and a half. It's going to be 3rd down. And a long ways to go for Bulloch Academy.
So a couple players down for Southwest Georgia. One of them now 83, he's back up, but one's still on the ground. And once again, the trainer is on the field.
Definitely a cramp this time, as one of the players trying to help him out, work the cramp out. I guess like we mentioned, for December, it's a little bit warm, and sometimes in the warmer weather, cramping can be a problem. Not to mention some of these players have been on the field the whole time, playing both ways.
That's right. It's been a long season for both these schools. Of course, football practice starts in early August. Here we are in the first week of December playing for the state championship.
Rocky Davis was the injured man. He's going off the field. A long third down now, 3rd and 12 yards to go for Bulloch Academy. Ball's almost out to the 15.
Let's see if the Gators run something to the right side. They don't make the first down, get in the middle of the field. Fumble the ball. Let's see who got it.
Looks like the Gators fell back on it.
The referee says signals 4th down, so Bulloch Academy
Gators recover.
maintains possession.
It's a 5-point margin. Do you send your kicker on here to try to get 3? It looks like they do.
I think so after what we saw in the first half. Houston Madsen drilling the 42-yarder right down the middle. This one is going to be a little bit closer, about a 33-yarder. Made that 32 yards.
From the near hash, 32-yard field goal attempt. It hit the crossbar. It was a low line drive. It hit the crossbar, bounced off, no good.
Yes, that ball bounced back about 12 yards after it hit the crossbar. Low line drive kick. Hit right in the middle of the crossbar, so the Warriors hold.
Andy, a field goal there would have made it an 8-point game. And as it is now, a 5-point game's right on. So a touchdown, regardless of the extra point, puts Southwest Georgia ahead.
That's right, let's remember that. That could be a big miss there.
Lovering goes to the air. Stevens has it. 11 yards and a first down.
Number 80 on the reception.
You talk about playing with confidence. I think Brandon Lovering is now playing with much more confidence than he had in the first half. His passes are much more crisp and on the money, and he delivered a perfect strike that time to Travis Stevens for the first down up to the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 31. Again, back to pass. It's the draw play. Cowart breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and the ball is loose. And it's still loose. It looks like Southwest Georgia got it.
Yeah, I believe 67. Heyman recovered, but somebody came up for Bulloch Academy and laid a lick on Josh Cowart. And the Warriors very, very fortunate to come up with a loose ball. And once again, another injury on the field, this time a Gator.
Boy, I tell you what, Andy, Cowart was doing an outstanding job breaking tackles, trying to get extra yardage, and someone from the secondary put their helmet right on the football and just popped it out of there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Lou Sisson or Olive or who it was, but maybe Ashley Lee, but somebody put a good stick on Josh Cowart.
Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Cram was the injured Gator. He's coming off under his own power. He looks to be all right.
We mentioned earlier the Georgia Southern connection. Of course, Scott Cram, the son of GSU women's basketball coach Rusty Cram. Good to see Scott okay, and he's off the field right now.
Pass complete out to Will Walker. He makes a couple of Gators miss. He has a first down up to the 49, and it's just a completely different Warrior football team here in the second half.
That's right. It's almost been like 2 games. Bulloch Academy completely dominated the first half. And here in the second half, it's been all Southwest Georgia. And they're riding the arm of Brandon Lovering right now. As he's throwing passes all over the field and completing them to guys like tight end Mike Heyman, split in Travis Stevens, and that time his flanker, 31, Will Walker.
Lovering under center, 1st and 10 at the 47. Pump, it was the out and up, he's open, and it's caught by Stevens. He's stumbling, fumbling, mumbling, touchdown!
What a throw by Brandon Lovering, and how about the catch by Travis Stevens, stretched out at the end, as you called it, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling into the end zone. And now the Warriors have taken an improbable 25-24 lead.
Andy, this is just unbelievable. I mean, just completely unbelievable. 24-0 was the halftime score. There's just no way this can happen. You know, for them to come back, okay, that can happen. But to have already come back and taken the lead, there's 8.5 minutes left in the game. They go for two. Walker has it. He's in. Another flag, and it may be another offensive pass interference because a pick was thrown again.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call. I believe they got number 80, Stevens, but let's see what the call is. Yeah, that time the ball was thrown to number 31, who was a wide receiver. He was not downfield, and maybe they're going to wave this one off. And that's a good call.
Andy, that was a good explanation. It was, pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, almost like a screen pass, and the other receiver was blocking downfield, so it's no flag.
Absolutely, that's right. Yeah, if you throw that pass out in the flat side, the guy is allowed for a block, and that's what he did. So no pick that time.
The 2-point conversion is good, and that's huge because that makes it a 3-point lead. And now even the long reaching foot of Houston Madsen only can tie it if it comes down to that.
Well, Southwest Georgia has scored 4 touchdowns in about 15 minutes.
That's amazing. What a long pass, an out and up. Lovren gave him the pump fake, and then he laid it out there for his lanky receiver. Travis Stevens had to run the ball down, had to lean to catch it, and just stumbled on into the end zone.
That was some play, I'll tell you what. And that's one Southwest Georgia Academy fans won't soon forget if they go on and win the state championship. And I'm still just amazed at the turnaround, Craig. We were talking at halftime, and it looked like Southwest Georgia's playing with no enthusiasm, but they've come out a different team here in the second half. And that time I believe Wilson Burns signaled for a fair catch.
I don't think Burns did, but someone did. A fair catch was signaled for. It wasn't Burns who made the signal. He grabbed it and tried to run with it. So it's not a penalty. They're just going to spot it where Burns called it. 1st and 10 Gators at the 30. Andy, what a big second half for the Warriors. The Gators, in scoring their 24 points, got 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Already here in the second half, 4 touchdowns by the Warriors.
And I'm real impressed with quarterback Brandon Lovren. That last pass with the pump fake and just a beautiful throw. Just laid it right out there on the money. I'll tell you what, this kid's got some arm.
Twin receivers to the near side. One of them is uncovered. They keep it on the ground to Aiken. He's trying to pull free. Going to be up to the 34, excuse me. It'll be second down and a long 5 yards to go.
And Craig, don't forget about the missed field goal by Madsen to hit the upright. Had that ball skip through there, and we'd have a tie game right now. So a 3-point Warrior lead.
Well, a lot of things have happened in this football game. You can go back to several points, and they were key points in the game. But right now it's anybody's ball game, and the biggest play of the game, I'm sure, is yet to come.
That's right, plenty of time left. 8 minutes remaining.
Aiken once again trying to break a tackle. Not going to get away from Preston Phillips, number 56.
And I'm going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and make it a long 5 again. He got back near the line of scrimmage.
Let's get up for our offense. And the 12th man here in the alley.
Well, Bulloch Academy faced with a big 3rd down situation here. At their own 34-yard line.
2 receivers to the near sideline. 3rd down and 5. Lee, shovel pass. Aiken trying to pull free. He's not going to make it. He got up to the 39, but he had to get almost to the 40. It's going to be 4th down.
Boy, and I believe he is short, Craig, but let's see where the spot is. I bet they're going to look at it. And if it is short, and they are saying it is short, it's 4th down. If you're Coach David Shields, do you gamble here? It looks like he is going to go on 4th down. Here at his own 39-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty gutsy call, but then again, I wouldn't really want to kick it to this Warrior team anyway.
I believe they're going to run it over behind their big tackles.
I look for Ashley Lee. on the quarterback sneak, and that's what it is.
Boy, there's a flag coming in here. Let's see what this call is.
I believe Lee had the necessary yardage. It's offside on Southwest Georgia.
It looked like Lee had picked up the first down anyway, but the Gators will take the penalty. 5-yard mark off. That will give them the first down up at the 44.
That was a big first down for the Gators.
Let's remember that play there too with 6:40 left in the contest. Bulloch Academy on the move, trailing by 3.
Aiken gonna take it on a lead play. He had a pretty good hole to run through. He's up at midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yes, running on there behind big number 70, Jonathan Fadden. Chris Freeze with the lead block.
Freeze continues to impress with his blocking.
Just a lead play out of the I formation.
Second down, 4 yards to go from midfield. Lee gonna take it around the end. He's got some room. And a fumble.
I believe big number 72, Jared Sapp, got it back.
Sapp did get it.
And that's gonna be a big break for Bulloch Academy because I believe the ball fumbled forward a couple yards and it's gonna give him, I believe, a first down.
If not, it's gonna be very close.
Another close spot. We've seen
that
a million.
ball was on the ground for a long time, Andy.
It was. It's bouncing around there and looked like a Gator had it, squirted away, and then Jared Sapp, 72, fell on the ball. Officials will measure.
Gators retain.
There's an injured Warrior on the play. This ball is very close to a first down.
We're down to 5:48 remaining in the game, and they won't be able to measure until they tend to the injured player.
We can't see the number, can't tell you who that is now, but we'll get it to you.
Looks like they will be able to get the sticks around the player and get the measurement, which is going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, about a half a foot. 3rd down and less than a foot to go for Bulloch Academy. Andy, this is a big drive for them. They trying to reclaim the lead. They're behind by 3, 5:48 remaining. They want to drive down there and get a score, but they also want to take some time off the clock in doing so. So we've seen the big play capability of the Warriors.
Yeah, they've hit the big plays very often here in this second half. After trailing 24-0, they stormed back with 27 unanswered points.
The injured player was Cooper Reese, and he made his way off the field.
Half the length of the football. Let's get up for the offense.
The Bulloch Academy PA guy says, let's get up for the offense, and across the way, Warrior fans getting up for the defense.
3rd down, just about a half a foot to go. Toss sweep. Aiken cuts it inside. He gets the first down. And another fumble.
Let's see,
and Bulloch Academy has gotten it again.
Boy, Lady Luck smiling on the Gators right now. That's twice they've put it on the ground.
Boy,
actually,
Larry,
3 times you think about the time Lee fumbled on the previous drive, and he got it back.
Another injury on the field. The man who recovered the fumble, and we'll get that number to you, obviously fell on it and had the ball push the air out of him. And we'll tell you who that was in just a moment.
I'll tell you, Craig, these teams are really getting after it out there. We've seen players down almost after every play. I mean, and that's just indicative of the kind of intense football game that this has become.
Yeah, it's been a hard-hitting game. It's been a well-played game.
Of course, that's what you expect when you've got what is the 2 best teams in the state, in my opinion, playing for the state championship. Southwest Georgia, the winner of Region 3 AA, and Bulloch Academy, the winner of Region 2 AA. Boy, that's tough for Bulloch Academy if Daniel Aiken is not able to continue. He's going to have to go out for at least 1 play. So the star tailback of the Gators, Daniel Aiken, heading to the sideline with some sort of arm injury, an elbow or a forearm or something.
The first down, the fumble, went forward. Bulloch Academy got it, and it was another first down. So the ball is resting at the 37-yard line of Southwest Georgia. Bulloch has it 1st and 10. Checking in at tailback for the Gators, number 46, Evan Cicelli.
Let's see if they give it to Freeze, the fullback.
Lee gonna take it on a quarterback draw, nowhere to go. Hit that time by number 75, Pierce Cannington, and number 40, Rocky Davis. Davis is down, he's cramping again.
And looks like Daniel Aiken is ready to go. He's back in the Bulloch Academy lineup.
I didn't expect him to stay off long. It would take a bone sticking out right now, Andy, I imagine, to keep that young man out of the football game.
That's right. This state championship is the last game of the season. Either way, if there's any way you can stay in the football game, you're going to be out there.
We got 4:45.
Still trying to work the cramps out of Rocky Davis.
Rally in the alley and that 12th man behind us here in this championship.
Loss of one on the last play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 38. What a football game, Andy. I can't get over it.
It's been a great one. We've seen them through the years. Our first GISA Class AA contest that we covered, 1994, Terrell Academy over David Emanuel. What a game that was. Terrell Academy scoring on there at the end to win it, 20-12, last play. Of course, it won last year, 31-30, Terrell Academy losing at Pinewood Christian. What a tremendous game that was. And we've been fortunate through the years to see some great high school football in the GISA and add this one to the list.
2nd down, 11 yards to go, unbalanced line to the right. They go to Aiken at the tail on the lead play. He had a hole, and he's got the 1st down and more. Daniel Aiken inside the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 11.
How about Daniel Aiken? Injured going off for one play, gets right back in there. David Shields says we're going to give my man the football. We're going to run behind my big tackle over that right side. They open up a hole, and Aiken carries it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gators. 4:20, clock is running.
Andy, you said at the onset, the team that could control the clock, control the football, would probably win this football game. It might be the team whose defense can make a stand that wins this football game.
Well, they say defense wins championships. That's the old saying. Let's see if that's true. Aiken carries it for 3 to the 9. Less than 4 minutes remaining now. Southwest Georgia 27, Bulloch Academy 24.
2nd down, 7 yards to go. Clock is running. Lead play over the left side. Aiken trying to take it outside. Couldn't get away from Will Walker. Will Walker just refused to let him get outside.
Boy, Aiken with a little stutter step and looked for a minute like he was going to get outside, but that's right. Will Walker says we will have none of that.
3rd down, 9 yards to go.
Clock still rolling, 3:15, 3:14. GISA State Championship on the line.
Keep in mind Preston Madsen, or check that Houston Madsen, well within his field goal range, and it is a 3-point game. Timeout called by Bulloch Academy.
Bulloch Academy.
The play clock was running down on them. 2:58 remaining in this game.
Just mentioned our crew one last time. Andy Calloway, Craig Lanier, along with Dan Mauser, the heart and soul of DPL Sports. And Jeffrey Williams and Robbie Dollar. We are DPL Sports, and we are certainly glad to be here in Statesboro tonight for this video production of the GISA Class AA State Finals. We've seen a good football game, and we hope that you are enjoying watching this video production.
Boy, 2 fine programs here tonight, Andy. Just we can't say enough about the school systems for both of these schools. Bulloch Academy invited us over, been real good to us. We've covered Southwest Georgia now. This is twice we've seen them play, and just not anything but good things that you could say about both of these schools, athletically on into the whole picture.
Well, the GISA has been very, very good to us, and we certainly appreciate the relationship we've had with that organization. And these guys don't get the publicity that the Georgia High School Association teams do, but there's some good quality football played over here, and we're glad we're a part of it.
And we're sure seeing some of it tonight. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Aiken gonna get hit and gain nothing. Cannington, Pierce Cannington, number 75, hit him, and now at this point, Andy, the football game may be resting on the foot of Houston Madsen.
Right now, Madsen's not in the game. It's 4th down, so looks like the Gators are going to go for this. Now they're going to take another timeout.
They do take a timeout.
We're not seeing Houston Madsen in the football
tell you
game.
what, Andy.
It's 4th down, and certainly Coach David Shields is aware of the other fact it's 4th down, but obviously looks like he's going to go for it.
If he had saved his timeout and just went for it right away, then perhaps your defense can go out there and stop the ball or stop the Warriors, and you've got 2 timeouts to try to get the ball back with some time left. But now the Gators will only have 1 remaining timeout.
That's right.
They got to get the points, Andy.
Yeah, and Madsen has the tee in his hand, and I believe we're going to see a field goal attempt. And that's got to be the right call in this situation. You got a guy who can make this kick. You got to let him do his thing here. And if you're Bulloch Academy, hopefully tie the contest. Then there's 2:24 left in the contest. You got to get a stand. And then we can go to the Kansas shootout in overtime.
Yeah, we could see one of the most exciting phenomena in football, and that is the old shootout.
And Craig, look at all the fans from Bulloch Academy that just kind of came out of the stands, and they're standing along the track and in the end zone, and over across the way, Southwest Georgia fans have done the same thing. So a lot of the fans are standing at that end of the football field, anticipating a big, big play coming up.
Houston Madsen comes onto the field. 3 points separating these 2 teams, and they fought all the way down to 2 minutes and 24 seconds left at the point. This will be a 29-yarder from the near hash. He's ready, and the kick is no good. He hooked it wide to the left. The kick is no good. The Warriors will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yes, last 2 kicks we've seen from Houston Madsen are both line drive type kicks. The first one he made was just a beautiful kick in the first half. And the last 2 sort of line drive those, and this one sailed wide left.
Gator fans, we have miracles that happen in the alley, and we need one here.
I'll tell you what, Andy, a couple of 1st downs and this ball game is over.
It may just take 1, because remember Bulloch Academy, I believe maybe out of timeouts, they may have just 1 left, but that's all. They got to have a stop right here.
The Warriors go with the fullback on 1st down. McNair. Cole McNair ahead for a gain of 4. Be the 2nd down and 6, and the Warriors in no hurry. They're going to bleed every second they can off this clock.
Of course, Cole McNair's interception, a big play in this contest. He doubles it at linebacker from Southwest Georgia. His 22-yard return. A huge play in the 3rd period. Made it a 24-19 game at the time.
This ball was blown in at 2:03 on the clock, so it's going to have to be snapped pretty quick. They get the play away. Again, it's McNair. He's got maybe a 1.5 yards this time as he crosses the 25. It'll be 3rd down and a long 4.
3rd down, and let's get up for this defense.
If they can stop them here, they'll use the timeout. If they can't stop them here, the ball game will be over, barring some mishap by the Warriors.
Yeah, Southwest Georgia taking their time.
Andy, if they get a delay of game, they will have made a big mistake here, and they're dangerously close to getting one.
There it is, the flag is thrown and do not get the play off. It will be delay of game.
And see, that's a terrible thing to have happen. The clock stops, plus you're backed up 5 yards, and it's harder to get the 1st down.
Yeah, someone on the sidelines for Southwest Georgia should have been timing this thing and snapped the ball within the last 5 seconds before you get the penalty.
Yeah,
You're right.
There's no point in cutting it that close.
That's right, because if you pick a first down, that's your ball game there. Now it's 3rd and 9.
That'll be 3rd down and 9.5.
And Bulloch Academy does have the one
Academy
timeout.
has the timeout left. That's right.
Our defense.
So it's not over yet.
52 seconds remaining. Look for Southwest Georgia to run the football. Try to milk a few more seconds.
Might be a toss sweep to Cowart. They've had some success with that. They go with the fullback one more time. No room.
Let's see if they call time. 41.
Bulloch
Bulloch
Academy,
Academy, are they saving the timeout?
33 seconds, and let's see if the Gators line up and load the line and go after the
unless
kicker.
Bulloch Academy's out of timeouts, I'm not sure, unless we just miscounted again, Craig.
Well, we did it in the first half.
20. Taking a lot of time.
They're going to have to snap the ball with.
They must be out of timeouts because there's no reason to not use it here. Probably about 7 seconds left when
They stuff it for 7 seconds. They finally stuff it with 7.
And we can only speculate that was the case, that Bulloch Academy did not have a timeout
well,
left.
they took one in the 3rd quarter. I remember that one, and then down here at the end, they burned. So yeah, I believe they did use all 3 timeouts. They did have the one in the 3rd period. They've taken 2 this quarter, so they were out of timeouts. Now Southwest Georgia takes a timeout, and you got to think obviously Bulloch Academy's got to go for a block here, or of course we have seen Stacy Olive run one back for a touchdown in this game.
Yes, we have. The problem is going to be after the kick, how do you stop the clock?
That's
If,
what
if you get a chance to stop the clock,
yeah,
then you might can kick a field goal.
right. And I think it has to happen on this play. I think the Bulloch Academy's got either to return this for a touchdown or block the kick and pick it up running it for a touchdown. I don't think there's enough time for anything other than that to happen with just 7 seconds. But we'll see.
They've only got Olive back. They've been putting 2 men back. They may be going for the block here.
I think you got to go for the block. They got 10 men on the line of scrimmage.
They're coming.
And they're going to take a
And
safety.
Southwest Georgia's going to take a safety. After running all the time off the clock, they take a safety. There is a flag.
Hold everything as a flag. The Southwest Georgia fans. Southwest Georgia fans on the field, and officials are trying to clear the field.
There's no celebration penalty, but there's a flag down on the play.
But what a smart play by Southwest Georgia. The punter just took the ball and ran through the end zone. Time expired. They took a safety.
Southwest.
Andy, this is a moot point. It's a legal motion against Southwest Georgia. If they penalize them 5 yards, they do the same thing again with no time on the clock.
Yeah, I think time's expired, so the game has to be over.
Even if the game's not over, Southwest Georgia only has to step out of the back of the end zone. That was a smart play. Penalties on the offense, it may be over.
I think it's over. If there's no time on the clock, I mean, the game's over. Let's see what the official says. Illegal shift. It's none time down, so there will be one more play.
Okay, illegal motion is an untimed down. There's 7 seconds left. Now you're Bulloch Academy. You know what they're going to do. Can you get to him before he runs the 7 seconds off the clock?
Okay, so the safety does not count. There's no time on the clock, but it's just an untimed down. Now Southwest Georgia.
Okay, well, that's a good move.
Okay, here's what they're going to put in the regular offense. They're just going to take a knee now. All they got to do is snap the ball.
Yeah.
Because there's no time
Why
on the
risk
clock.
a deep snap to the punter and him dropping it or something when you can just snap it to your quarterback? There's no time on the clock.
Right, there's no time on the clock. It's just an untimed down. There's not going to be any time put back on the clock. The game is essentially over. All they got to do is snap the ball. And this one's going to be
what an unbelievable football game. I would have told anyone who asked me at halftime that Bulloch Academy was going to win this football game. And it just doesn't appear that that's going to be the case now.
Well, we were thinking blowout city, 24-0 at the halftime, and it was really two different football games. All Bulloch Academy in the first half, all Southwest Georgia in the second half. And barring some strange occurrence here, the Warriors are going to be the 1998 state champions.
Okay, you're going to put it in play here. 27, 24, no time showing.
Now they're just going to snap it to Lovering. He's going to take a knee. This ball game's over. He's going to take the safety again, just to be sure that there's no mistake about it. The ball game is over.
So safety is scored. So the final score will be 27-26 in favor of the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors, and they are the state champions.
So the GISA Class AA, Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors in a tremendous comeback have won this game. We will be back.
Right there. That's the final game in the alley. We'd like to thank everyone for attending tonight's ball game. We ask you to please drive carefully. And for Bulloch Academy, we'd like to remind you that 3 years ago there was no program. And in the 3rd year, the Gators were back.
We're here post-game after just what was an exciting football game. Coach, was there ever any doubt in your mind, maybe at halftime? What did you say to your players?
You know, I told them just don't quit. You know, the thing that we wanted to remember, we said remember FSU in Florida, 31-3 a couple of years ago, and you know, FSU come back and tied them, and you know, Bulloch totally beat us in every aspect of the game in the first half, but you know, we had to come back and try and win the second half, and I told them, you know, that you know, you're gonna have things hit you in your life a lot harder than down 24-0 down the road, so this is a character building thing. You know, let's see what kind of character we have, and don't quit. You know, good things can happen to us, and they didn't, and had a couple of seniors step up, Brandon and Rhett, say some things in there that we were going to play every play as hard as we could and let happen what happened. And it's the most amazing victory I've ever been a part of.
It was indeed that. And you mentioned the leadership of the seniors, and in that first drive in the second half, it became evident, and they stepped up and did the things, notably Lovering, as you said, struggled in the first half and had a real good second half throwing the football.
He sure did. He's a great kid and great player, and you know, we converted some 3rd and 4th downs on that first drive, and that was huge for us, and we were able to, you know, get some confidence going, and then the interception Cole McNair made in the flat, you know, run it back in. That totally changed the complexion of the ball game, and you know, our kids just fought and fought, and you know, we had folks getting hurt and coming back, and they just never did quit. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, I don't know what the biggest comeback is in GISA in the state playoffs, but it's got to be close.
It was indeed thrilling. One last question. You've got a group of seniors that's leaving out of here. They're leaving state champions, but I know you hate to see them go.
Oh yeah, I do. We got 11 great kids that are seniors, and you know, that's the hardest part of coaching to me. You know, I hate seeing them go when they graduate. I cry at graduation, and you know, we got a great group of kids. They never cause us one problem. You know, I'm lucky to be able to coach there, and they're a wonderful group, and they gave us leadership all year long.
Congratulations, Coach Bill Murdoch, the state champions.
Thanks.
We're here post-game with David Shields, head coach of Bulloch Academy Gators. Coach, you had your team well prepared. Things went well for you in the first half. Just a heartbreaking loss, I'm sure.
Well, you can't win every game. Our kids played extremely hard. We got great leadership from our 8 seniors, and we got this football team's a champion, and they'll always be a champion, and they have nothing to hold their heads down about. We played well enough to win the football game, and you can't pin any one thing on any one play. We didn't get the job done. The bottom line was we let them in the end zone, and we didn't execute when we got down there and didn't stick it in ourselves. So, you know, there's a valuable lesson to be learned in this football game, and I don't yet know what it is, but there's something good is going to come out of this football game, and I know it's going to be something that we can hang our hat on, and we'll be able to reflect back on it and be able to point to this game to be a learning experience for all of us.
Coach, you mentioned the leadership of your 8 seniors. I know it's a group of guys you hate to see go out of here.
Well, they have, and to go from not having a football team 3 years ago to stepping in here and paying the price and doing the little things, and the little things add up to be big things, and I'm real proud of them. They did a super job, and they worked extremely hard, and they didn't start in you know, in August. They started last January when we finished the state championship, and all the guys, there were a lot of kids that didn't get to play tonight, but they played their role and they accepted their role, and they were big contributors, and they're one of the reasons that we won 12 football games tonight. You know, some kids get more credit than others, but every kid on our football team had a role and they accepted the role, and I'm just proud to be their coach. They did a super job, and very, very unselfish kids, and the future's so bright you're going to have to wear shades around here, and I'm very excited about being a part of it.
Coach, you got a great football team and you had a great season, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Andy, we've covered a lot of high school football and we've seen a lot of things, and just when you think you've seen it all, you see a game like we had tonight. Just a tremendous football game. Bulloch Academy controlled it in the first half, and the Warriors from Southwest Georgia Academy came back in the second half and just turned it on.
Well, they did. They stormed back in the second half, and it was almost like two football games. Bulloch Academy led 24-0 at the halftime, but then in the second half, it was all Southwest Georgia Academy. Brandon Lovering, just an impressive second half. And the Warriors come away with the state championship by a final score of 27-26. What a game.
I tell you, hats off to both of these programs for making it to this title game and for the way they conducted themselves during the game. It's a shame you had to have a loser. Bulloch Academy comes up short. Congratulations to Southwest Georgia Academy and their state championship. For DPL Sports and Andy Calloway, I'm Craig Lanier. We'll see you next time.